I'm sure you've seen the video. It's this haunting clip of a single penguin walking away from everything it knows, heading straight into a frozen wasteland. It absolutely went viral, and for a good reason. Today, we're going to try to unravel the really strange and kind of sad mystery of the penguin that walked the wrong way.
So, the scene itself is incredibly simple. You've got this huge, white expanse of Antarctica and just one lone Adelie penguin breaking off from the noise and the chaos of its colony, just walking away from its own kind.
But here's the thing, it's not just leaving the colony, it's walking away from the ocean, which is its only source of food, and it's heading directly inland towards these massive mountains, basically towards certain death.
And that leaves us with the one question that just hangs in the air long after you've watched the clip. Why? I mean, what on earth could make this animal go on such a final and frankly fatal journey?
Now, this wasn't some random video shot for social media. It's actually a scene from Werner Herzog's amazing 2007 documentary, Encounters at the End of the World. Herzog and his team were out there to capture the weird beauty of Antarctica, but they ended up stumbling onto this, a complete mystery that scientists are still trying to figure out.
Okay, so to even start to understand this one penguin's choice, we have to zoom out and look at the world they all live in. It's a place of insane extremes, a continent that's both a perfect sanctuary and an absolute death trap.
And this right here is the central paradox of Antarctica. I mean, on land, it is the most brutal place on the planet. We're talking a frozen desert with unimaginable cold and winds. But for penguins, it's a haven. And why is that? Well, it's because there are no predators on land to snatch them or their eggs. They've made this incredible trade-off, endure the brutal freezing cold in exchange for a safe place to raise their families.
And of course, they are just perfectly built for this world. Nature has given them this super thick layer of insulating fat, what we call blubber, and their feathers are packed so densely together that even those hurricane-force winds can't get through to their skin. They're like these tiny walking fortresses against the cold.
But you know, penguin isn't just one thing. Antarctica is home to a few different species, and each one has its own wild strategy for survival. To really get the full picture, let's start with maybe the most famous one, the emperor penguin.
Yep, there are 5 main species that call this icy continent home. You've got the majestic emperor, the kind of stylish macaroni, and right there in the middle, the star of our story, the Adelie penguin. But first, we really have to talk about the emperor, because their story is just one of unbelievable sacrifice. To become a dad, a male emperor penguin goes through an ordeal that just sounds like something out of a myth. After this long trek inland, the female lays just one single egg, and then, totally exhausted, she heads back to the sea to eat. The father, he's left behind. He carefully takes the egg, balances it on his feet to keep it off the deadly ice, and then he just waits. For 2 solid months, through polar storms with temperatures hitting minus 60 degrees Celsius, he just stands there, huddled with all the other dads, without a single bite of food.
And get this, by the time the female gets back and the chick finally hatches, that father will have lost up to half of his body weight. It's seriously one of the most extreme examples of parenting in the entire animal kingdom. This is a species that's just defined by pure devotion and endurance. Okay, so if the emperor penguin's strategy is all about extreme endurance, the Adelies, our penguin from the video, is all about extreme resourcefulness. They're not these stoic sufferers. No, they're clever, they're loud, and, well, they're thieves.
Seriously? If the emperor is the stoic king of Antarctica, the Adelies the clever court jester. They are super social, always buzzing with energy, and their whole society runs on a completely different set of values.
For Adelies, making sure the next generation survives isn't about starving yourself. It's about real estate. On a continent where there's no grass, no twigs, nothing, the only way you can build a nest that keeps your eggs safe from the icy meltwater is by using stones. So, the guy with the biggest pile of stones, he's the most eligible bachelor around.
This makes every single stone like gold. And yeah, some males will carefully collect them one by one, but a lot of them find a shortcut. They just wait for their neighbor to get distracted, sneak over, snatch a good-looking stone, and just add it to their own pile. It's this constant, noisy, and honestly pretty hilarious drama of petty theft going on all the time.
So, you see? This is what makes our lone penguins so confusing. Adelies are social survivors. They're resourceful. They get their environment. So why would one just suddenly give all that up? Well, there are 2 main theories.
And this is really the heart of the mystery. On one side, you've got the scientific explanation.
a biological glitch. Think of it like a glitched GPS. Penguins have this amazing internal compass for navigation, but things like an infection or extreme stress could cause it to break, basically locking the penguin onto one single fatal direction. It's a pretty stark reminder of how fragile even these incredible biological systems can be. But then there's another idea, something a little more relatable. We know for a fact that penguins grieve. So is it possible this penguin lost its mate or its chick and was just walking away in a state of deep distress? A broken heart? If that's the case, it really makes you wonder about the depth of animal emotion.
The truth is, we'll probably never know for sure which theory is right. All we really have is the footage and the story from the man who filmed it.
When the filmmaker, Werner Herzog, was asked why he didn't step in, why he didn't just try to turn the penguin around, he gave this really blunt answer. There's a fundamental rule in Antarctica: you watch, but you do not interfere. You have to let nature, in all its beauty and its brutality, just run its course.
And so, the camera crew just watched as this small, black and white figure walked with this unwavering determination, getting smaller and smaller against the massive scale of the mountains until it was just completely swallowed up by the endless white horizon.
So in the end, what was it? Just a biological glitch? A machine with some faulty wiring that shows how fragile instinct can be? Or was it something more? A lost soul on a final journey that feels, I don't know, hauntingly, almost achingly familiar to us?